Hi, it's Dan, and I'm going to show you a few things on an open tuning. This is an open C tuning that I learned several years back from a VHS tape in the public library by David Wilcox, and it opened up so many different doors for me on how I play and how I arrange songs and music. I don't use it all the time, but when I do, it's a lot of fun because this is different. So it's always good to be different, and I want to show you this tuning because I have a couple of videos on here that use the C tuning, and someone has asked me, a couple of people have asked about the tuning and about the chords and all of that, so I'm going to give a quick, hopefully quick little demonstration on that tuning. This is standard tuning, right? Okay, the E, A, D, G, B, E. Well, we're going to tune all these strings different. Well, not all of them. 2 of them are going to stay the same. 4 of them are going to change. And so the low E string, we're going to tune all the way down to a C. Okay. Okay. The A string, we're going to tune down to a G. The D string, we're going to turn down to a C. Okay, so already we've got this low, this droning, low, heavy, open sound, right? The next string is a G, which we don't have to change. So far we've got a C, G, C, G. And the next one is a B. That one has to go up. So tighten it up to a C. Okay? And then the last one is an E, and the E is going to stay the same. So you eventually have this great open C chord. Okay, so when we're talking about the chords in this open tuning, we're going to look at it in terms of scale degrees. And what I mean by that is, in the key of C, the first scale degree is C. The 1 chord is C. And that's your open strum, because you've got this open chord that you can strum on, okay? That's your 1 chord. And when you think about songs having, a lot of times, so many songs, there's 3 chords in them, right? The 1, 4, and 5. Well, let's look at the 1, 4, and 5 chord. You already learned the 1 chord by just strumming the guitar. There it is, right? Pretty simple. Well, let's look at the 4 chord. 4 makes up for the simplicity of the 1 chord by being difficult. What you need to do, you're going to stretch your finger a little bit. So if you think of the 4 chord as the F chord in the key of C, so there's C, D, E, F, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's the 4 chord. But your pinky is going to get stuck on this F right here, and this is the 5th fret. And your first finger is going to stretch all the way to the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. Okay? Okay, it's a big stretch. It is a big stretch, but that's what it sounds like. Okay? If you just hold those strings, now what the strings I'm playing are the ones I'm picking are the 6th, the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd. Now if you want to play that E on top, being kind of a F major 7 chord, okay? Not a lot of people use that, and it works in certain places. So I encourage you to just experiment. So there's the 4 chord. The 5 chord is a little easier because the 5 chord looks just like, in standard tuning, an A7. is, and it's very open. There is no third. You can add the third if you really want to, but you would have to stretch your pinky out to the 4th fret on the 3rd string. So you got your A7 chord, well, I hate to call it that, but it's the formation of the A7 chord in standard tuning. Okay, there's your 5 chord. Okay, you stretch your pinky up 4 frets in between those 2 notes. There it is. Okay. But typically, when I play it, I'll leave it out. There's your 1, 4, and 5 chord in open C tuning. Alright, so let's check out some minor chords. We've got, in the key of C, your 6th chord is A minor. And that's when you have your C goes down to A minor. Okay, now that's your typical A minor sound there. Okay, so but again, as it was with the G chord, sometimes I'll just leave that pinky off because the pinky is again stretched way up to the 4th fret. In fact, if you play your full G chord and move both positions down 1 string, you've got the A minor chord. So, be a good exercise. It's good strength training on your fingers. So there's your A minor chord. Now, a real fun one is the D minor chord, and it's the 2 chord in the key of C. And that's sometimes a substitution for a 4 chord. When you're playing a progression and it goes to like a C goes down to an F, sometimes that C can go to a D minor and it would have an even nicer effect. So here's the C. Ooh, there's that D minor. And that's a tough one because you got to use your finger, your index finger, to cover 2 strings. You've got your 2nd fret of the 6th and 5th string with your index finger. Okay, it's kind of like a bar chord, and then your pinky goes all the way up to the 5th fret of the 4th string. So you've got strings down on the 6th, 5th, and 4th string. Doesn't that sound nice? I think that's beautiful. Even with the E on the top. It's a big minor 7, 9, 13, 26. I don't know exactly, but okay. So there's your 2. So you've got the 1, 2. Aha. What comes after 2? 3. Well, you can do a 3, which is in the scale. It's kind of a minor chord, but why not do as an inversion of the major chord? So you just hold down the 3, the E in this case. Okay, just make an inversion. Here's the open C. There's the C with the E in the bass. So let's go up the scale. We pretty much got them all. 1, 2, 7, I just went back to the 5 chord. So, have fun with that, and I hope I was helpful and didn't make it too confusing. Good luck. Make beautiful music.